That's crazy. I can't believe that that's happening. That's wild. That's how I feel. Oh, am I recording? Oh, my nose itches. Can y'all hear me? Hello. Hello. Ah, I have no idea. I can hear myself. Susan, can I get a mic? Okay, awesome. Thank you. What was that? I don't believe you. Not at all. Not at all. Because it's Friday. It's Friday. It's something Friday. I got nothing. We have nothing. We don't even have a show. I woke up from my nose itches. I woke up from a nap and was reminded that it's showtime. Whew. What a rough way to wake up. What happened 4 minutes ago? We had a plethora of follows. That sounds good. How's the mic sound? Does the mic sound nice? Mic check 1 2. What is this? It's gonna be a horrible Friday show. Friday shows are bad to do because as light as I want to keep them, they all suck. It's bad news. Nobody wants fucking bad news. Let's start recording and then we'll get into the show and we'll make it better. You have no idea what you're talking about, Susan. I need to turn down that light. There's good days in racing, and then there's bad days in racing. Today is not a bad day in racing. You know what I did watch? I watched Cars 3. Man, what a great movie. Hold on. Maybe I shouldn't start the show like this. You can't listen to the music because they're going to flag me. So we're going to play like a little bit of it and then get flagged anyway. But if you want to listen to it, head over to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere where podcasts are listened to. But to watch it, you'll watch the replay over on Spotify. And if you watch this right now, yeah, you'll hear something kind of. I don't know. I swear the Friday shows take the wind out of my sail. They really grind my gears. We should do a pre-recorded version. Yeah. I don't see why not. Something for you. Hey, y'all ready to talk about what happened to me yesterday? Because I promise you, my luck is probably the worst luck ever, and I'm gonna prove it once and for all. It's Kasabian Lavoe Show. What's going on, beautiful people? My name is Kasabian Lavoe. Welcome back to the Kasabian Lavoe Show, live from Las Vegas, episode, I don't know, 348? 348. I did it. I never remember what episode we're on. Welcome back to the Kasabian Lavoe Show. I'll be your host with talent on loan from God. The filter takes so long to turn it off and put on that it's just not even worth doing. But I might put it in the button and just hit it with a God from God. Right? I'm in a silly mood. Let's start today's show by saying shout out to the HVAC gentleman that came and saved the day yesterday. Around 1 o'clock yesterday, I realized it was hot in my house. And I keep my house like bad bitch cold. All right. So I'm like, oh my God, it feels like it's hot, like past 70 something. I look at the thermostat, excuse me. It's at 79. I never have my house at 70 fucking 9. What is happening? Turn it down. It's already turned down. 74. I said, damn. This is weird. I ain't think nothing of it. Bro, I shit you not. Around 2:30, I had a bead of sweat on my face, and I said, oh my God, the air is broken. I'll fuck you up. I got all type of edges. I had my air conditioner break on the 4th of July. My first nice house the AC unit sat in the sun. The positioning of the house sucked. The house faced north, and my unit faced the sun all day. Sucked ass. If I would have known that you can cover those things and save the life of them, I would have done that. Nobody ever told me that. Anyway, and the house was too big for one unit. We should have had 2 units. It broke on the 4th of July, and we didn't have air for like 3 days. It was probably the worst shit ever. When this one broke, I literally had flash. Like I ran outside with the hose. I started spraying the house with the hose because I figured I would keep the house cool. Bro, I had AC unit from the studio. I brought it in the house. I had fans. I made a fort underneath the dining table. We buckled down in the coldest spot, all lay low. Shit was like an army movie, bro. Kept everybody cool. And then when the AC dude was like, I might come tonight, but I might come tomorrow between 7 and 8. My heart dropped. I was like, oh my God, we're going to die. We're all going to have heat exhaustion and we're going to die. It was 145 degrees yesterday. I shit you not. It was so fucking hot. I have the worst luck. I really do. It doesn't make any sense. How much do you think? Oh, fuck that. How fast do you think he fixed it in? Because he came out last night. He knocked it out in 30 minutes. But when he came in, he was like, hey, sorry to tell y'all, this shit going to be broken for like a week. Bro, my heart sunk. I was like, where? Okay, what casino am I staying at for the next week and a half? Because I was not going to subject myself and my family to that damn heat exhaustion. Hell no. No, I don't get out. What? It was not a bad story. You're a bad story. All right, let's get into these topics. It was a great story. I don't care. We didn't die. Heat exhaustion is real. Rich. No, man. It's homeowners insurance. You don't have homeowners insurance? That's what you buy it for. You pay that fucking monthly to make sure they fix your shit. So we got nothing. It's Friday. I'm still a little heat exhausted. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That shit took a toll on my body. It was 175 degrees. It was 185 degrees. And to be just 1,000% with you, I thought I was gonna experience probably the worst night of my life. And I was having panic attack flashbacks. Bro, I promise you, the 4th of July, we have Christmas 4th of Julys, all right? And my 4th of Julys are so religious and so, like, epic that when my air broke, my whole everything just hurt. It sucked so bad. But yesterday, it wasn't a holiday. It was a regular house day, and it broke. Had to turn the TV off because that big motherfucker projects some heat. As thin as it is, still puts out heat. We had to all use our imaginations and shit. You know how fucking hard it is to tell kids to use their imaginations when they got iPads and shit? It's difficult. But shout out to that HVAC guy, man. That guy was awesome. There it is. That guy was the best. I appreciate him. So, we got nothing. There's a beef going on right now between rapper Tyga and the Mexican community, and rightfully so. He's culture appropriating, and at one of the weirdest levels because it's not even flattering what he's doing. T.I., bro, man, say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. T.I., oh, T.I., and these are all alleged allegations. But we have some news coming out of Atlanta and probably just the internet. Just the internet. I don't know who that is, and I don't know what she said. Tell me, and we can talk about it, please. Hello, Dana. Okay, pink sauce. We're going to lightly touch on pink sauce. Only reason I want to talk about it is because I thought I think it still might have some legs. She needs some help, though. But this is a great idea, and I think it's gonna go somewhere. Yeah, I don't care about Gillian Ross, but who's Kim Burrell? Tell me who that Kim lady is, please. Gillian Ross, that's all fake. Motherfuckers ain't gonna do nothing. Dave Chappelle's show is canceled. That's actually very interesting because I've never seen any venue shut down Dave Chappelle. This is going to be a great talk, as well as Biden having COVID. I'll let you know how I feel about that. Lake meat is drying up, and NASA has now released some real shocking footage and we've seen it. But at the fact that it's getting on a global level right now, that everybody's talking about it, it's gonna worry people. Um, I've been seeing Trump bloopers, so I know there's nothing good going. Like when you start playing bloopers, because you don't like, they're literally pulling hairs. Trump got this shit. The problem, I'm gonna tell you right now, my whole honest, true feelings about what's gonna happen in the election. The ball is at the rim, right? All they have to do is just tap it. If they come in too aggressive, they're gonna blow it. If they overdo something, they're gonna blow it. This has to be delicately ran. Trump has to be on his game, and you're gonna see some of the stupidest political moves, but I promise you, it's sitting on the fucking rim, dude. Hold on, she's a gospel singer. She made it about people being broke. People are broke and people have run out of PPP money. I don't know the statement that she made. Is she wrong? No, that's true. Money dried up. There's a lot of reasons why the economy's fucked up, and the PPP money and what they call them, the PPP ballers, what they call them. Damn it, there was a word for them. But she ain't wrong. Everybody's broke. Money's super low. Everybody right now is hurting. If anything, right now you're probably hurting more than ever. I'm not saying you in general. I'm saying as a whole right now, the country's hurting more now than ever. And you can tell in the luxury sector, that's where everything is starting to take a turn. All the very, very expensive shit is taking a hit. Everything that's kind of cheap is getting more expensive, but everything that's really, really expensive is starting to get cheap. Tesla sold all their Bitcoin, or a giant majority of it. Giant companies will always show you signs of what's to come. And if they're scared, well, that leads for us to oh yeah, we've been in a recession. We're in a depression now. It's a depression. As well as we're going to talk about this Mandela effect that has been sweeping the world ever since churn has been turned on. I know what you're thinking. Kasabian, you left us hanging the last show to talk about this Mandela effects. And I did. But guess what? Nothing's changed. As I've done my well, let me start the show. Yeah, the comments that lady made are not wrong. The PPP money been gone. You can tell nobody can afford payments on those cars no more. If you got a house with that money, you're doing well. But here's let me tell y'all the sad truth right now of the market, just so you understand what's really happening, right? The news wants to tell you, we'll start the show with this monologue. The news wants to tell you that prices are going down in the housing market. Prices are going down in the luxury sector across the board. Anything that's luxury, that's not needed, that's a want, is going to start to have a price effect. Looking at the numbers and the research in the housing market, the smaller houses, the smaller family homes between, and I got fucking hiccups, the smaller single family homes between, I think it was like 1,600 to 2,000 square feet. Those houses are actually holding steady and going up. The bigger houses, the 5-bedroom, 7-bedroom homes, the ones that are like sitting at 800, $1.5 million, $1.2 million, those are coming down because those are the ones that are seeing corrections. That doesn't mean that there's going to be a huge correction. Has money gotten better overnight? No. As a matter of fact, there's been a huge hiring stop in the United States due to the recession. Bonuses have stopped. Companies have gotten very coy. It's literally all happening all at once. In the city of Las Vegas, we've quadrupled our listings, right? We went from literally having 400 to 7,400 and something houses for sale. It's all emotional. I've been getting phone calls for the past probably week and a half now to sell houses again. It's always time to buy. There's never a time to rent. There's never no time in the history of anything that I would say rent. Never a time to rent. Always own. When you own, no matter what happens, you're putting money in your pocket. Renting is the most wasteful thing that you could do in literally your entire life. Dana's going to throw off my whole show because I'm going to keep on looking at her comments. The PPP loan situation and all that burst of money that came in, so many people were affected by that they don't know what to do. Like some of them actually made great moves, some didn't. But the housing is going to be very emotional, that you're going to see people that don't know what's going on probably put themselves in a worse situation than what they want. Like if you got a house, for example, if you got a house before the shit, let's say 2019, if you got a house with an interest level anything below 3% or anything up to 4%, right? Let's just be general. You probably wouldn't want to sell and get a 7 or 8% home loan interest rate. You just don't, because you're gonna pay more. It'll turn your $1,000 interest, or excuse me, your $1,000 a month payment to like 15 or 1600 a month. And then you might even fall into PMI if you're a first time home buyer because you're not putting up as much money. I mean, it puts you at a deficit. Well, it puts you in a position where you can't buy a big enough house. And that's usually the worst part of buying a house when you're getting in. That first one might be tiny, but it'll lead you to a bigger one later. Trust me, it always does. You don't go backwards unless you want to. God willing. Like, it's very rare. Especially now. If you bought a house in 2019 and you didn't refi, you shot yourself in the foot. You're kind of stuck. So those houses aren't going to sell. Those people aren't going to find a house at that price ever again. They're going to be stuck. Other people are having seller's remorse. They wanted to get rid of their houses, but they didn't do it fast enough. They took too long. They can't refi because the refi now is going to put them in a higher monthly payment. So all the equity is just going to sit there in the house. And this was one of the bigger issues that we had. This equity is going to go to waste. It sucks. You might have $200,000 of equity in your home, but because interest has gone up, you can't even use it beneficially because you can't afford it. It's going to cost you more per month. Like, your income might not be, at the level of you being able to afford an extra $500, $600, $700, $800, $1,000 a month on your mortgage. So you lose out on money. You took too long. Emotionally, you're scarred. Now you want to sell your house. Everybody wants to sell their house. Now nobody's going to buy a house. Too many houses for sale. You all asking too much. Is it a buyer's market? Not yet. It's a shit show for sure. It's a whole shit show. And the people that don't know how to manage money, you're managing it wrong. Like, honestly, I would go for broke. Take out as much money as possible and buy properties and hold them and put people in them. People are always going to need houses. Like, that's not going to ever change. And rent right now is so high that you're going to make your money back. And rent's not going to go down. Yeah, reverse mortgage is just, it's taking out the equity. That's what you should do if you have the credit. But I mean, right now, it's a bad idea. It's just a bad idea. And refinancing at the right time is a great idea. The problem with refinancing now is that interest rates have gone up. So you kind of lose. That's what I was saying. You lose your money. A lot of people have lost their money, and then you're going to see a flood of people trying to sell their house at top dollar, and that shit's out the window. There's a lot of $1 million houses out there that ain't worth $1 million. And it gets worse for little apartments and little condos that are kind of teeter-tottering and going up still. Like, the smaller homes are going to do very well. And they might even go up 10%. So, like, the first time home buyers still got a fucking uphill battle. I'm not into the Airbnb thing. If you can Airbnb, it's a great investment. If not, I say just buy a property and rent it. It's not going to be the Dana show, okay, Dana? But, Airbnb is a great investment if you can get a hold of a good property that you can turn a profit on. I prefer condotels on the strip. You can find them where, basically, a condotel in Las Vegas is very beneficial. They're pretty expensive now, but before this whole price hike shit, you could find yourself a condotel on the strip for like $150,000, $200,000, maybe even a studio, at a decent level on a tower with a great view of the strip, about $150K, and you could rent that shit out short term, 6 month, or what'd you say? You telling what? Short term rentals on the strip are fucking beneficial too. Sometimes people don't want to be here too long. So you can charge a little extra, get them out in 6 months as long as the tower lets you, but that's good. I mean, it's good money. I'm so confused. What do y'all even talk? What did I miss? No, she is just, I'm reading, I have a whole list of things to fucking talk about, and I'm just going off of everything that Dana's asking. And Dana's a friend, stupid ass loner over there trying to start some shit. it's, it's me just commenting back and forth. All right, let me get to today's show, damn it. President Biden, damn it, I gotta play the music. See what happens, I'm a man of the people. President Joe Biden has COVID. They said he's doing better, but I don't believe it. It scares the shit out of me. Because if he goes, we have to deal with Kamala. And she sucks ass. Wait, what did I say? Did I say something? Did I miss something? Like, I'm really confused because I might have said something. Tiger is copying and appropriating Mexican culture, and he is not paying back in proper means. The Mexican culture is very upset, and they have come out and they've said so. The hip-hop community is one, except with Tiger. We are not claiming him right now. That shit is wild, bro. Honestly, like, I didn't even want to talk about it because I feel like I can't even interject myself in this one. This is like my biggest fear, to tell you the truth. Spanish and black people not, living well harmoniously. Once we start beefing and it gets to a level where you can't really control it and it's like past street beef and it becomes a real racial issue, it's going to cause a lot of fucking problems because there's a lot of racism when it comes to Spanish people, bro. There's a lot. And it's not talked about. And even this issue isn't really spoken about as much as it should be. Because if it was the other way around, everybody would be up in arms, protesting, burning shit down. And that's when it starts to get touchy. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm not okay with Tiger, I tell you that shit. I'm not cool with what he's doing. But I'm just saying, I just don't know what it could lead to. And it might be worse than what we would want it to be. Like, I don't know. Oh, see. So, damn, man, honestly, like the scariest shit to me is the ability to split up the ghetto. Once you split up the ghetto, I feel like you're gonna. Oh man, I don't even, like I said, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. There's a lot of racism when it comes to Spanish people. I'm gonna say that, and it never gets talked about. Like it always gets swept under the rug. I'm not okay with it. I always had a problem with it. And I always said, a lot of people say that Spanish people, we win victories in silence. I hate that shit. I don't want to win victories in fucking silence. I want to win victories loud as fuck. And I teeter, right? Because being Puerto Rican, I'm African. Like, I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, if my dad and my mom wasn't Spanish and they were just two regular people, my dad was black, my mom was white, I would be mixed. Like, Moroccan at best, because that's what my fucking father looked like, that big ass nose he had. I don't want to see my people divided. There's no purpose, there's no point, there's no reason. Especially when it comes to shit like this. Like, Tiger should know better. You grew up in California, you grew up around Mexicans. Like, that's a huge market. The Mexican people are so loyal. They're good people. Spanish people as a whole, like, once we ride for you, we ride for you. Like, why would you want to turn on them? Like, and then not give an opportunity to a Spanish artist. Like, that's always the biggest kick in the face, right? You're going to take our music, take our bitches, take our shit. Damn, that's crazy, right? You sound like white people. You see? That's why I don't want to do this. That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly. Because it turns into a thing. It's a thing. It really does. I hope they figure it out. Tiger is trash, but fuck him.
Oh, God.
Pink sauce. Have y'all heard about pink sauce? I did. I saw the girl. I saw it get big. I was kind of shocked at how many people were buying this pink disgusting shit. Apparently, people been getting sick. It's not made at a factory. Shorty's just making that shit at the crib, and the color isn't consistent. The nutrition or nutritional facts, I should say, rather, aren't factual. The ingredient list may be fraudulent as well. I mean, there's so many red flags. But let me start by saying congratulations, you've created a product that people want. That is entrepreneurship 101. You created a product, you created demand. Now you got to make sure you don't kill anybody. That's usually a big part of this shit. Don't kill people. That makes you no money. Get to a factory and figure out how to make this shit a real flavor and capitalize off of this shit while you can, and make sure nobody else gets hurt, because if not, you're going to get kicked in the head. It's not okay to be ignorant further than what's already happened. Like, it's okay. When you first start, you might fuck up a couple people. You just learn how to make your pink sauce. It's okay to get some people sick. But, you know, yeah, you got to take that money and do some R&R. You got to go somewhere and get some help and make sure that your product doesn't hurt anyone and that you get it out there. Because I think you got something going here. I'll never eat it, just being honest with you. But I hope that you figure it out and you make a whole lot of money because you deserve it. You've created something that definitely has the attention of a lot of people, but fuck, it is dangerous. It is so dangerous. Dave Chappelle had a show. Dave Chappelle having a show canceled is not. That's weird, right? Like, we have to admit that a comedian of that stature being canceled, there has to be some financial ramifications in which I don't think you can necessarily survive under. How do you cancel on one of the biggest acts ever? And on really some false narratives that we know aren't true and they're very one-sided. You see, you're going to cause a divide. You go broke. It's what you're going to do. You're just going to go broke. You're going to put yourself in this weird position where you want to be on the people side, but most of the people that are probably talking about Dave Chappelle have never paid to watch Dave Chappelle. And if you own a venue and your venue strives on ticket sales, why the fuck would you not allow Dave Chappelle to perform? Are you fucking stupid? Like, what? I know. I know because I don't know. I have no idea. This shit was like at 400 and then it went to 0. So I stopped even checking. Nah, it sounds like I'm low. Am I low? Tell me if I'm low, because I might be. My bad. Damn, I just snorted all up in the fucking microphone. I am so sorry. I'm not even going to read the stories today, so I don't even care. Tesla got their own lane at the Mexican border. I think that's dope. I don't think it does anything necessarily. It's just like a Tesla lane and says Tesla. It looks like it's a sponsored fucking ad by Tesla to make a green initiative. I'm assuming if you have a Tesla and all your papers, it's going to be a speed pass for you, but I don't know. I have not watched Andrew's special, and yeah, you know, I got to make sure that I get my shit in order before I go helping Andrew live his dreams. I've heard it's good. I think Andrew, can I be honest with you? My bad. Andrew as a comic, I think he's more of a crowd comic. Actually, I've always thought that. He's more like an MC. Like, hey, you there with the shirt. And then he tells a joke. But that's just me. I don't know. I don't know. What else happened? Lake Mead's drying up. I mean, I don't think it's a surprise. I'm scared now. You see, here's the real thing. And I've always asked this question. I've never gotten a real answer. Do we run out of water? The answer's always the same. No, we have the same amount of water. We just have more people. Okay, fine. Well, how much water do people use? Surprisingly, not much. To drink? Not much at all. Most water goes to agriculture, which kind of makes you think, damn, is this shit in Colorado drying up because of all the weed for real, or is that a joke? It might be true. Who knows? California burns up so much fucking water with failed agriculture all the time, and we kind of sustain that just because we use it to live with. But in all honesty and reality, I don't understand how this whole water shit works. I don't. Because in my mind, I go, why haven't we figured out how to take the salt out of the water? And then I look and they go, yeah, we have that process. Well, why haven't we figured out how to do this at a higher volume so that we can keep something like Lake Mead running which is one of the greenest fucking power plants in the country. It literally runs off of water. It's a hydro dam. Is it just me? Like, how hard could it be? Like, at this point, wouldn't you think it's necessary? I mean, you want to avoid having a water crisis. Maybe figure some shit out. I don't know what the fix is. I'm not a fucking waterologist, okay? An aquaologist. Is it aquaologist? Nah, the beef between him and Joe is going to be forever and ever and ever, and it deserves to be. Figure out how to get us more water. And stop fucking coming up with this nonsense about monetizing water. Water's been monetized. The day they put water in a bottle, it was monetized. The fuck are y'all talking about? Okay. Ever since Kern went off, nothing happened. The Mandela effect started popping up all over the place. And people seem to forget that maybe I shouldn't lead with that. The Mandela effect is very special because it leads a lot of people to believe that they've seen one thing or they remember one thing and turned out it was never that. Or probably it was and somebody erased it, because that's what the theory is. The theory is that in one dimension, something may be how you remember it. For example, a logo, for example, a word, a picture, a movie, the Sinbad movie that doesn't exist or did exist, the logos of Chick-fil-A, the logo of Fruit Loops, Captain Crunch. There's a lot of these things that people remember one way and swear by it, but in reality it was never that. Or maybe it was and it's in a different universe. Who knows, right? The multiverse. I believe in the multiverse. I just don't think the Mandela effect is a real thing because, well, first and foremost, it came from Nelson Mandela. They thought that he died, but he was in jail. But for some reason, everybody thought he died in the 80s, and it wasn't true. He didn't die until like sometime in the 90s or the 2000s. And that's where this whole thing started. And then people started digging around and seeing things. And what I have come to the conclusion with, and I believe is the truth, I really think that there's no more research that needs to be done. The Mandela effect is simply people with money discovering bootleg. That's it. If you grew up in a bad neighborhood, you've seen fake Adidas, you've seen fake Sean John, you've seen fake clothing. Anybody that has probably never seen the real version of a bootleg might believe that that's what it looks like. Like, bro, till this day, Juju beans is something that I ask for when I go to the store and I don't see them. I saw some Juju worms, but I ain't seen no Juju beans. It's just one of those things. But other people look for jelly beans. Why? I don't know. Because in the hood, that's what we have is Juju beans. Captain Crunch. Hell yeah, I have seen a Captain Crunch box. Not a Captain Crunch. Because at the 99-cent store, they have the bootleg version of it with a dude with no hat. Like, that shit happened. And that was it. The Mandela effect, I really debunked it when we went through it. Like, we went through like 50 different things. And I literally was like, oh, bootleg. Every time it was bootleg, 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 bootleg. And that was it. It was really so anticlimactic that when I thought about it, making y'all wait for the day for me to tell you again kind of sucked. And I really didn't have anything else. And that was kind of my Friday, right? I was like, well, what are we going to talk about? Well, the air broke yesterday. We melted. The guy came in and he had funny jokes. Ha 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 ha. And it don't gross me, bro. I grew up in the hood, bro. I grew up eating corned beef and I grew up eating fucking spam. All right? Don't talk to me that way. I wouldn't know how the fuck Chick-fil-A was spelled anyway because we didn't have a Chick-fil-A in Vegas till like 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. Nothing happened. CERN, it turned on. They did what they were going to do, and they're still doing what they're going to do. Nothing happened. Nothing. Like today's episode. Oh, today's episode sucked ass. It really did. I'm sorry, y'all. You know what it was? Yesterday was so upsetting. Like, I could not believe. Oh, so I got fired from the little side job. It wasn't even a side job. It was the job I had gotten. They fired me. And then they hired me back. They said they apologized. Wrong person. They hired me back. And then now I'm waiting on my car to be fixed. So luckily I got that taken care of. And I am doing school for some IT shit. But IT, I just want to hurry the fuck up, be done with this damn school and get this fucking jobs already. I'm waiting on my IT job. Thank you. I appreciate you. That's all I got for today, y'all. Like, honestly, Tesla's selling the shit out of their Bitcoin. T.I., I really don't want to talk about what T.I. did, man. This shit's really upsetting. I really don't want to talk about that shit. If it's true, the internet is saying that T.I. is the rapper that is helping the feds pop all the rappers in Atlanta because he is not happy with the scene in Atlanta. If this is real information, this is probably the most disgusting shit I've ever seen in my life. I hope it ain't true. That's all I got to say. I hope it ain't true. I hope it's none of the rappers that we fuck with that is really doing this. I hope it's a lie. I hope it's just the police doing what police do. Please, T.I., tell me this shit ain't so. From hip hop, please tell me that. Come on, Mr. Officer, give me back my tape. Remember that bullshit? Just don't. Please, bro. You know what I mean? I could see him doing it too. That's the real fucking problem, man. And that's today's show. I'm going to go play video games with my friends. My name's Kasabian. Live in the moment. Don't live in the past. Be safe. Stay dangerous. Lavoe loves you. Let me say something before we go. That's exactly what I said when we brought it up the other day. When he got into that giant argument with that comedian lady and he got in her face because she brought up the charges and shit, and he was like, well, that shit never stuck. No, motherfucker. That shit got pushed under the rug. 4 of them cases was from here in Vegas, and that shit just got quiet as fuck. Just because it goes under the rug doesn't mean that you didn't do it. It just means that something's going on in other places to quiet that shit down. This motherfucker been caught with guns, pills, fucking drugging. I don't know. It's all alleged. I'm gonna go play video games with my friends. My name's Kasabian. Live in the moment. Don't live in the past. Be safe. Stay dangerous. Lavoe loves you.